What's up, people? Welcome to the chat. Welcome. All hail our mighty cult leader. Let's go. Welcome, guys. We'll wait a few seconds. Thank you. I know it's real. It's real. All real. Embracing the brand. Hello. Welcome. It does look real, doesn't it? Is my audio fine? That was a huge problem last time. Hello everyone, welcome. How's it going? Audio fine? That's great. Why don't I hear myself? Welcome. All right. The agenda for this stream. Okay. So I announced the render challenge, and the response to that has been crazy. I don't know how many of you are actually like participating in it, but a lot of people joined the Discord from that video. Even though that video hasn't got like a bunch of views, a lot of people like the initial Discord members count was 250, I think, and then today I think it's over 600 or something like that. So a lot of people joined in. I'm assuming at least a few of them will actually participate in the challenge as well. So yeah, the agenda for this video is to tell you the updated price list. Initially it was just me giving you like 3 months of my Patreon for free, and then a custom t-shirt, and then maybe like a private Discord channel for the winners, and that was about it. But by that time I hadn't reached out to a bunch of Blender add-on makers, the Blender community, and I just sent them one message asking if they wanted to sponsor like a bunch of add-on creators. Just messaged them, asked them would they want to sponsor the challenge, and surprisingly a lot of them said yes. A lot of them, to my surprise. I was like, why would they do this? What could they possibly get out of it? And these are not add-ons that require any kind of promotion. These are add-ons that are everybody already, like, they are very, very famous. So why would they do this? It couldn't be for promotion. And then I eventually realized it was just out of their goodness of their hearts. They're just happy to support the Blender community and challenges like this. Even a small challenge like this on my channel. So, yes, we have got an updated list of prizes. Should we discuss them? What they are, what you'll actually get if you are in the top 3 winners. So most of the, I think almost all the prizes are for the top 3 winners. They want to give back to the community. Yes, that is, we live in a weird world. I mean, I'm very cynical about people. So it's very hard for me to believe that someone would just do things out of the goodness of their heart. But I feel like this batch of people were just, insanely generous. Yeah. Can I write here? Don't see any messages. I can see your messages. Tilak. Welcome everyone. Okay. I think we've waited long enough. Let's discuss. So I'll announce all the winners and what you could get, right? Out of, if you win the challenge. And then I'll maybe start. If you have any questions about the template file or anything, you can drop that in the chat and I'll answer that. answer those questions, and then maybe if you have a little bit of time left, I'll start working on my submission, the thing that I want to make. That's the plan overall. So yeah, should we begin? Just combing my mustache. Hope you guys don't mind it. It looks great, doesn't it? Pretty cool. Just had it cut this morning. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, I'm wasting time unnecessarily. Okay, here's the updated price list. Where did it go? There we go. I mean, I can see it. I'll just announce it to you. Here. Alright, so first sponsor. Not in any particular order, these are just randomly arranged. So most of these, I think all of them are for the top 3 winners. So if you end up in the top 3 position, I think, yeah, most of these prizes are for those people. So let's quickly get through it. Flip Fluids, a really famous add-on. If I go to my Firefox page, actually, I did have this set up. If you go to Flip Fluids, I think most of you already know what that add-on is. Very, very famous for fluid simulation. I used it a bunch in my last project, and it is so much better than the default Blender fluid system. So yeah, so the top 3 winners will be getting this add-on for free. That is crazy to me. Flip Fluids is, I think, the biggest add-on on the Blender market. So yeah, yep. The top 3 winners will get this. This is great. Free. Completely free. And lifetime updates as well, I think, as far as I know. So that's one of the prizes. Let's get to the next one. Polygonic. I don't know if you know who those guys are. What you probably do, because they also have one of the most famous add-ons in the Blender market, on the Blender market. They have agreed to the first position. They'll give you the Botanic Trees and Grass library, the main one, right? This one, for free. The full pack. That's for the first winner. And then for the second winner, you'll get the Botanic Light version, which is also great, right? You'll get this. And then the third position will get MemSaver. It's a memory optimization, a really good app, actually. I think if you have like a weak laptop or something like that, this is a great add-on. So third position will get this. So number 1 will get Botanic Full, number 2 will get Botanic Light, and number 3 will get MemSaver, which is awesome of them to do that completely for free. How can we win? That's a good question. So you gotta take the template file, follow the rules, make something cool, tell a good story, tell a unique story, make use of the template file in a unique way, and then like render quality, simple things, render quality and the detail that you have in your renders. That's how you win, right? You make a good render, and I will not be the only one judging them, right? So it won't be like, oh, I like this style, so I will choose you. I will have a bunch of people with me who will help me decide who the winner is. So you gotta make your submission, and we'll see if you win or not, right? Yeah. Rules? You gotta join the Discord to find the rules. There are a lot of rules. I mean, there are not a lot of rules, but there are rules that you will need to follow so that we have like a cohesive challenge, if that makes sense. Anyway, that was the second prize. The third prize is from Oliver Post, who is the creator behind Human Generator Ultimate. So you'll get, the top 3 winners will get a copy of this add-on as well. I use this every time I need a character, almost every time. There will be some cheaters also who bring some other creator renders. I think I'll be smart enough to identify those people, so you don't need to worry about that. All you gotta do is focus on your render and your own thing and submit. What's this? A contest? Yeah, it's a render challenge, like creators do usually. So yeah, another prize for the top 3 winners is the human generator add-on, which is also pretty cool. Yes. All right. What else? We're not done yet. The top 3 winners will also get the Sanctus library for free. The top 3 winners. This is a material library. I use it every day. It's a very high quality material library with materials that you will use every day. Now, Jeff, I think I would suggest you go to the Discord and just read the rules there. I don't think people will just keep answering your questions here on the chat. Okay? Read the rules on the Discord server. You'll find the link to that in my announcement video. And you can come back here and watch this live stream later on. Sanctus Library is one of the best. It is one of the best. I love it. I use it every day. Almost every day. Yeah. So you get 3 people. The top 3 winners will also get a copy of this, which is insane. Then come the folks at Creative Shrimp. I'm sure you heard about them as well. Crazy creators and tutorial makers and course makers. They have decided, I think it's not concrete yet, and I hate doing this since it's not completely fixed, but they are happy to sponsor it. Just the details of it are yet to be fixed. But they are ready to give the Dust Particles Pro add-on as far the conversation has gone till now. So this add-on, pretty cool, right? They're also ready to give the Game Asset Workflow course that they recently put out, this one. They are also happy giving away the Cinematic Lighting course in Blender, which is also insane. Everything I know about lighting, I learned from that course. What else? They will even give the Nebula course away. So giving a lot of stuff away. It's crazy. Hey, I've done the rough sketch of the final render, but I don't think my laptop will be able to handle. Can you suggest something, please? Render farms like Sheepit are free, so you can get that installed on your computer and try to render it through a render farm. If you have a few dollars also to spend, maybe like $5 or $6, you can use services like Garage Farm. I'm also in talks with one render farm company they will not sponsor the challenge, but they are ready to give like $250 of credit to the winners as well. That's also under. Yeah, I'm working on that as well. Man, their courses are proper deep dives. Yeah, they are crazy. A brand authorized like Starbucks, Apple, I don't know. I mean, I don't care, but I mean, you can put them. Just change the W to like an M or something like switch it up a little bit if you want to be completely safe. Yeah. So yeah, that's what Creative Shrimp have decided to give. This course, this add-on, this course, a lot of stuff. We haven't decided which position gets what, but yeah, this is a lot of stuff. Who else? Then we've got the folks at Diffuse Studio. They have decided to give the first place the Crowds Pro add-on. If I can go to Diffuse Studio, I think I searched for something else. Crowds Pro. Oopsie doopsie. Crowds Pro. Oh, Lord Odin is here. Okay. Why don't you contact him? He'll help you out with some credits. Yeah, he's a nice guy. I've been talking to him, and we are planning to provide a price through their services as well. We are in talks still. Yeah, I'm testing it out. So yeah, you can reach out to him. So yeah, Diffuse Studio is giving away the procedural Crowds Pro add-on, which is insane. I've used it. I use it still. So yeah, first position will get the Crowds Pro add-on. They will also get the business pack. They will also get the summer pack. They will also get procedural stadiums, which is their new add-on. Pretty cool, right? Second position will get the procedural Crowds Pro add-on and procedural stadiums, and third place will only get the procedural Crowds Pro add-on. Insane. Yeah, so if you end up in the top 3, yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Another sponsor would be AKA Studios. They'll be giving away 3 copies of the RVC Pro add-on to the top 3 winners, which is also Insane. I love this add-on. I've already made like 2 videos about this add-on. So yeah. That's another prize. We're still not done. Not even close to done, actually. Another prize will be from a really new guy. But he's already like, oh, my mustache fell off. Shit. Can you please open and show template blend file just a bit? What? I think there is a lot of information on the Discord. You should go to the Discord first, check things out there, and come back to the stream. It's okay. You don't have to ask questions live. Anyway, another prize is Light Wrangler 3. This is, I think, currently my favorite add-on to use because I use it on every project. So the top 3 winners will also be getting this add-on. Insane. Leonid Altman, if I'm pronouncing that right. So yeah, he's agreed to provide 3 free copies of this, which is crazy. Yeah. Who else? We've also got Doublegum, another awesome creator. He has decided to give the Kamikaze toon shaders for the first position, the Woolly add-on, this one, to the second position, and the Clado add-on for the third position. Super high quality material libraries and super high quality toon shaders, so it is crazy. Where do we get the details of the contest? On the Discord. Is there a way to pin like the Discord link? I don't know if I can do that, because a lot of people seem to be asking about it. We gotta do something about that. Just hold on a second, we'll continue with the list in a moment, but there we go. How the hell do I pin it? Pin message, there we go. Can we use the lens sim add-on? How it won't change in any default camera settings you have placed? I don't know what that means. Could you repeat that? Will you be adding more assets or add-on if someone reaches out to you or all prizes are logged in? They're not logged in. I'm still talking to a lot of people. This is what is kind of fixed at the moment. So yeah. Okay. So Doublegum, the Woolly pack, the Kamikaze pack, and the Clado pack for the winners, which is insane. But we're still not done. We're still going. There's still a lot left. I think one detail is missing in the rules is, can we use any model from Sketchfab? I don't think that's a rule. You can use anything you want. All you have to care about is the template file, and that's it. Anyway, Honest Turbine, they have agreed, as of now, to give the Render Raw add-on to the top 3 winners. This is a color grading tool within Blender, so you don't have to get Photoshop or Lightroom or any other post-processing software. You can do all your color grading within Blender itself, which is insane. So 3 copies for the top 3 winners of this add-on as well. And we're still not done. Haha. Oops. Oh, come on. Extreme PBR. There you go. So Andrew is also one of the sponsors, and he has agreed to give the first position, the Extreme PBR add-on, and the HDRI Maker add-on. So both of them to the top, to the first winner, and the second winner only gets the Extreme PBR add-on, and the third winner, the third position, gets the HDRI Maker Studio add-on. So the first one gets a combination of both, and second and third get one of them. Another crazy set of add-ons, isn't it? I just want to say that it's an amazing initiative of you. I have been kind of in a down lately regarding my VFX career, and this helps to motivate me to do something. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm happy it's working out, man. Make something cool, submit it, and that's when the rise will begin. You will come back into your flow. Make some tutorials for Blender Octane. I think I don't remember, it's Polygon with me, something like that. A YouTube creator who does a lot of Octane stuff. You can check him out if you want. Hey, what's up? What's up? We're still not done, by the way. We've got 3 more add-ons. Until now, I'm still talking to a lot of people, but yeah. This is another one. This I used. Yeah. This I used in the recent video. This is also an amazing add-on. So Migo Pro has agreed to give 3 copies of this add-on to the top 3 winners. This is this is like the rigid body physics system within Blender on steroids. It is so good. Surprisingly, he also said yes to give 3 copies of the add-on. So awesome. And we got 2 more. Amandeep has also gladly agreed to sponsor the challenge. I think he has agreed to give free copies of both RAN tools and Clean Panels add-ons for the top 3 winners. That's what we've come up with as on. So Clean Panels, amazing organization tool, and where's the other one? RAN tools. This is another, like, these are productivity tools. You know, you can do a bunch of stuff with them. You know, pipes and geo cables, cavity passes. Yeah. Was it RAN tools? Did I read that wrong? It was RAN tools and Clean Panels. Yeah. This is also an insane add-on. This will, the clutter that you have in Blender, the UI, yeah, you can solve that with this. And finally, we have the Lens Sim add-on. Howard has agreed to give 3 copies of Lens Sim add-on as well. Some of you are already asking about this on the Discord and here in the live chat as well. So in total, I think these are like 14 or 15 premium add-ons. Premium, like top of the top. So I think this challenge, from being like a silly little community thing, it has become like a huge thing with the help of these sponsors. Yeah. So if you end up in the top 3 positions, it is going to be insane. Your Blender game is going to completely change like that, because you'll have access to these premium add-ons. Can we also show ourselves as some fantasized character, or should it be just our... No, you can do anything you want. You can do anything you want, as long as the camera thing is still, and as long as the prompt of what would you do if all you had left was 24 hours is left in your life, what would you do? Yeah. You really need your fingers to hold it. I don't know what you're talking about. This is a real mustache, authentic Indian hair, right? I don't know what you're talking about. I'll try my best. All the best to everyone. I like that. I like that very much. Alright, so that was the prize list, and I will update it on the original video. So if you forget why you're doing this, if you are doing this for the prizes, yeah, you should check that out later on. If you have any questions regarding the template file or things like that, this would be the time to ask about it. All right, yeah. I will start working on my thing until anybody asks a question. Let's open up the template file. Where is it? There you go. Is there any lighting tool? If not, can you please recommend one? Light Wrangler is one of them. You can check them out. Check them out. Yeah. So this is the template file. In case some new people are here, you have this A focal point, and then you have this B focal point, and we switch on, switch off, switch to, oopsie. How sounds can impact the result if someone without sound is able to be ranked lower. Hey, that I don't know. But I think you should work on the sound effects if you have the time. I don't think it will be a huge thing, like, oh, you don't have sound effects in your render, so your render just completely, is out of consideration. That's not gonna happen, but it will play like a tiny role in deciding if you become the winner or not. So yeah, you can do like a shitty sound effect thing as well if you want, but do it and try to, because it brings the render to life, is what I think. Yeah. Oh shit, I should switch my scene to Blender. I've been saying stuff about Blender and I didn't open it. Yeah. Do you know Dragon Ball? That's not a good question, Atomic. Everybody knows what Dragon Ball Z is. Yeah, so this is the template file. It starts with focus on A, it goes to B, and we switch to a different scene. My idea, I hope nobody copies this, but my idea is I will make, or the concept, the story of it will be, I will activate my time machine and go back in time and make everything back to normal until the apocalypse, whatever is killing us in the 24 hours is, say it happens at a certain point of time. I'll go to my time machine. This is a fictional story. I'll go to my time machine. I will change the time back to one day back or whatever it is. The concept isn't concrete yet, but I'll change the time. I will go back in time. So the 24-hour thing doesn't even hurt me. That's what my idea is. I wanted to give it like a innovative, a fictional story that works, You don't have to, like, you can do a simple story as well. Oh, I'll go back to my family. Oh, I will go take a swim. Oh, I will hang out with my friends the last time. Oh, I will chill with my dog for the last time. You can do stuff like that, and I think that will be, like, that's the best kind of story that you can pursue if you're new to all of this, right? If you can't come up with a good story, a fictional story, you can do simple stuff like that as well. And there's no harm in doing simple, relatable stories. I think those will definitely work really well as well. Our multiple submission accepted. My current scene will probably be finished this week, and I have some few cool ideas. Yeah, of course. You can submit as many files as you want. If you submit like a bunch, I will only select one of them, right? I can't have two renders from the same person in the top whatever, right? So yeah, you can submit as many as you want, but give your all into all the scenes. Like, don't just make things, right? Just make multiple scenes expecting that, one of them might hit the target. Give your all on both scenes, or as many scenes you plan to make, and that's when that will be fruitful. If you think you just leave a scene because you got bored of it, that's not good. Okay? Yeah. This sucks, by the way. Yeah. Okay, so my idea is a time machine idea. I have no idea how I'm gonna do that. I think this is really ambitious for me and the style that I have. So maybe this will be like some kind of machine. Ooh, okay. There will be some buttons here or something like that. Yeah. Don't steal my idea. As if. Yeah. This is something like this. I mean, this is stupid. This is just a block out stage. Just want to get the framing of everything right. This will be the time machine or something like that, like basically like a panel or a system or a set of computers or something like that, where the character will be here initially. Put the character in. This random ass naked little guy, if he can rotate, please, come on. Yeah, he'll be somewhere here doing something with his hands. Doing something with his hands? What do you mean? Is it a time machine or a machine? Okay, so he'll be doing something here, changing the time to like 24 hours back or something like that. And then as we progress there to the B point, he will have run to that point, and there will be a tube here, maybe something like this. Oh, too much maybe. Something like this, and have maybe, I don't know. Yeah, there will be a door here, and then he will make his way to this point, and then we'll do like a time travel thing immediately, like in 5 seconds. Sounds stupid at the moment, I'm sure, but when I have made it, it will probably make like, this will be like a lab kind of situation, like a character like Dexter, not Dexter particularly, but like a scientific nerd kind of character who will be doing like time manipulation things here, and then he will run and go to the tube and just transport him to 24 hours back before the apocalypse began, so he can live that day again, and then he'll do it again and again until he's satisfied, right? Maybe he's rendering something in the background. That's a backstory that we could add, like a table here at the back. Like he's not done with his render and he doesn't want to just, die. It's like, hey, I gotta finish this render before the world ends. So he keeps abusing his time machine. To me, that sounds like a sick idea. To you, it might sound like a stupid idea. That could happen. Am I still on? You can see my screen, right? The Blender screen? I hope so. Yes, you can. Okay, alright. I got scared. Okay, yeah. That's the plan. It seems kind of ambitious, if I'm being honest with you. Let's go to Sketchfab and let's see if we have like any time machines here by any chance, so I don't have to model them from scratch, or at least have like a skeleton before I do something. Time machine. Okay. Hey, what is this ranking system that I see here? What is this XP bullshit? Does that mean anything? How do you earn XP? By chatting? Or what is it? That's cool. Anyway, I'm distracted. Sorry. Time machine. This is the coffee machine. I want like something like this. Might be good. Hey, welcome. This will not be a long stream, by the way. The purpose of this was to just answer any questions if people had them. A lot of people asked, where do I put the text in the blend file? I don't see any text. Like you have to submit a text as well along with the render. So you don't have to worry about that. You just have to enter that text when you submit your file. I made a Google form. You have to go there, go through the form. There's a field there to submit your code. You just have to enter it there. You don't have to do that in the blend file. Just wanted to clear that up. So yeah, something like this, well, it seems like the whole deal, like this is the whole time machine, but I want like a structure like this in the foreground with a time thing like this, and the character just rotates something like a dial and turns it back to 24 hours before the apocalypse began, and it'll just run to tube-like thing that I've planned in my head and go back to the past. That's the plan, but I don't see any good time machines here, and that was expected. I think I'm gonna have to model everything myself, which is not fun at all for me, because I don't enjoy modeling and texturing. Too ambitious, don't you think? Can we add fictional characters like superhero? Yeah, go ahead. I don't think that should matter. I don't think this is that big a challenge that it might reach the people at Marvel and DC and they'll be complaining, hey, how dare you use our intellectual property. First one seems good. What? First one seems as in the model that I opened up. Is that what you're talking about? Ooh, something like this. Can I ask how to talk? Oh yeah, of course. You can ask anything you want. That's the point of a live stream. You can ask whatever you want. No, not whatever. Like, don't ask. Okay, I'll stop right there. Not give you ideas for questions not to ask. I'm just going through some models, just trying to get inspired. You know, I have no idea what I'm going to do. So that I think is like a good position for anybody who's participating in the challenge. Like that's the lowest point, right? You don't have any idea. You just have like a skeleton of an idea, and you want to turn that into the final render. You've got a lot of time, to be honest with you. A lot of time to make things. I saw a lot of people, like some people have already made like submissions, and why would you submit so early? You know, the point is to make something good. Challenge yourself, right? Don't just submit something just for the sake of submitting. Yeah, so this I think is the best case scenario where I can show you how to, I don't know, approach a situation like this. Although I've never taken part in a render challenge, like any of the Punisher render challenges, I've never taken part in it. This seems like AI generated, doesn't it? Let's find out if the creator just uploads AI generated stuff. It seems like it, but I might be wrong as well. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Something like this, not exactly this, not exactly in this theme, but I gotta make like a time machine with a time dial and things like that. Are we allowed to use something we learned from a YouTube tutorial, like if I made a thing from scratch but by watching? Yeah, that should be okay. You can make anything you want as long as it's not illegal. You know, like you can't make NSFW stuff. Hey Vishal, you said you can I ask out of topic question? You can. You can't just say that and just disappear, man. That's not cool. Anyway, I think I've gone through enough models. I want a timer. Yeah, this might be just for prototyping. I think I'll take this link just for the fun of it. I will try to make a shot, just like a skeleton of a shot. Let's go. Don't reveal my email. Don't reveal my email. Thank you very much. When you say legal, Sandy, what do you have in mind? We've already seen what you put out on the Discord. We should go through that as well, but I don't think I'm logged in to my Discord to show what people have already been working on. If you need a little more inspiration. But yeah. Okay, something like have the clock somewhere here. I'm not going to use this model. This is such a good model. I don't want to steal someone else's hard work just to save me some time. Just want to get like an idea of what I want to do. Let's delete these, block out shapes. Come on. There we go. Something like this. Have the clock like real big, like this. How does that look? Beautiful. That looks so good. We need to be much closer, I feel like. Disable, enable A, and we'll go to where A is. Oh, we're in the wrong part of the timeline. Yuck. That looks nasty, but we're just trying to get like a skeleton. Something like this. I mean, this is far from what I had in mind, but you know. Come on. I'll change the HDRI to something that's inside. Yep. You don't have to wear that thing, man. We love you all the same. Hey, what do you mean, wear that thing? It's real, Truth Magnet. You, of all people with that username, should know that. Okay? Come on. Blender screen, sir? What do you mean? I'm still on. Oh, yeah. Of course, dummy. I'm so sorry. I've been doing stuff and nobody even said that. Yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm new to this streaming thing. Oh god, this looks so bad, by the way. I don't know why I chose this model. I think we could have done something better than that, but yeah. Boom. Something like this, and then the character, whoever the character will be, something pre-made. I can't make a character from scratch at this point. I think I have that much time. You'll be able to see the hand of the character here doing something, fidgeting with a keyboard or something like that. Like this, just fidget something and change this number to 24 and then runs back to this point. Yeah, that's the idea. Is that a feasible idea? I don't know. I think I'm overshooting. I don't think I have the kind of time to make something that complex. Huh. I should keep looking for like machines and time machines that would help me come up with a better idea. I'll switch to Firefox again. And let's go through a few more models because I don't want to start before I have a concrete idea. There are a lot of good models here for like such a peculiar search term. There's still a lot of options here. Okay. All right. Let's go back up. Let's hit downloadable because that's a good filter to have. What is this about? Oh, okay. Okay. What else do I have on? This was good. I think these are all the same. What is this? This seems cool. Can you talk about 3D product animation? What do you want to know? Just in generally, just talk about product animation. You gotta ask specific questions, Vishal. Come on. Isn't this from the movie? The Time Machine? Yeah. I've seen this before. Ooh, what is this? I think at this point I'm just procrastinating. Because I'm afraid to make something. This stage, every scene seems like, very difficult. How to be good at land clients and all? That's a tough question. You gotta be good, first of all. If clients are not landing, maybe you're the problem. So work on that. Make good stuff. Put it up on social media. And see what kind of traction they get. It's very easy to build a portfolio nowadays. So you do that, and if the portfolio is good enough, no matter what kind of client you reach out to, you can reach out to Google, Apple, anyone. And if your portfolio is good enough, you'll be good. It's easier said than done. I understand that. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of time. Make a tutorial on how to make a motorcycle POV thing. I don't know what you mean. You guys gotta be a little more specific. And I am lost in this machine. I don't know what the hell this is. Is that also from a movie? Seems like it. Okay. This is not working out. Like a search clock. A watch maybe. Ooh, look at this. See something like this, like analog. That would be cool. Oh shit. You know, have this, like, have a screen like this, and the character rotates it, and it flips like this, and he goes to like a retro clock to have in the foreground. Is the black screen intentional in the first few frames? It is intentional. So what it does is that it helps in transitioning from one scene to the other. You know, so you gotta have that. I know it's a pain in the ass, all the rules, but you gotta have some rules in some state or form. And they are always going to be kind of annoying. That's the sad part of it. Yeah. The people who make a scene with 3D motorcycle POV camera and make the whole road and setting, you want me to do like a whole tutorial about that? Just that? Why? What makes you think I could make that? I couldn't. Alright, something like this. This is beautiful. I'm just trying to kit bash an idea first, like have pre-made assets in the scene to give me an idea of where I want to take this scene, and then the real thing begins. We just have like I'm really not focusing on making this good right now. It's just about making beginning the scene to reduce the friction. You know, reduce the friction of that initial anxiety you get after starting a scene where everything looks like trash. And Blender's gone. Oh shit, I'm still on Firefox, I'm sorry. There we go. You already did a motorbike scene exactly like they asked. I did do it. Yes. It didn't look as good as you see on the internet usually, but I did my best. You know, something like this. Ooh. Get this ugly ass machine out of my face. I mean, I could never make it. But, yeah, I don't think it's fair to call it ugly. I don't have the skills to make anything like it. Right? Have something like this that represents like a time machine, you know, and have like a dial here where the character is just like tuk, 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 and then this thing, whatever this is, turns around. Tuk, 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 tuk. Yep. Yeah, this seems like a good idea. I will put a cube here. Will not be making the scene completely. I'm just trying to build a skeleton, as I said. Yeah, something like this. There we go. The focus is set on the time. We'll build a machine around this little clock, and then the character will be here. We'll have some shapes here. Build like machinery here. I don't even have to use this. I can just take this. Be like, come on, rotate. Ooh. Okay. Huh. build a machine like this. This is just stupid at this point, but I hope my idea is translating. Okay, I'm just doodling at this point. Yeah, have a machine like a teeny tiny. Oh, nice. This is nice. Can you make a tutorial on isometric rooms? I think I already did. Even a fast-paced tutorial would be great to learn. I think I have already made an isometric room video way back. Yep, and we'll have this thing look like a glass tube chamber thing. We'll give it a roughness. Wow, that looks beautiful. Yeah, the person will go there. Oopsie. Sorry. Yeah, this is cool. Like press the button, quickly run to that direction, and just, that's the idea. I don't want to build it right now on the stream because I don't know what the heck. Like I just wanted to do it live, just come up with an idea and a structure, and this is it. This is all it takes to start an idea, I feel like. And then it's all about giving it a little bit of love every day, building it up slowly, steadily. I think that's what the first step of a good render is, just to start like this. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, like I didn't mean to do like a huge stream anyway. This was just like to announce the prizes, and if you have any questions, if you want to ask anything, this would be the time. I don't want to do like a 2-hour stream and I don't have a plan for it, What are you guys working on? If you've already started working on something, let me know. Any roadmap from you to become a very good at roadmap? There's no roadmap to become good at anything, if you get me. Like you gotta focus on just focus on the fundamentals and make like you of course know the difference between a good render and a bad render. When you look at someone else's work, you're like, hey, this thing that this guy made looks so much better than all the other stuff that I've ever seen, right? So you see these artworks all the time on your feed, on Instagram, on YouTube or wherever, right? And you collect them. You collect them in a folder somewhere and just keep looking at them and understand where you are at and how you get to that position, to the stuff that you want to make, and that's how you improve. You just gotta keep a reference in mind, like I want to get there. Just keep building towards that level, reducing the gap between where you are and where you want to be. That's how you get good at anything, not just product animation. My grading and timing is off. Any tips? What do you mean? My grading and timing is off on the render challenge or something else? I've seen that video, but I meant a tutorial where you show your run through and approach for building a scene. For an isometric scene? Really? I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm just gonna be honest with you, because I did it once, and the charm of it is gone. Would you like to book a $5,000 private session on Zoom, and then I will show you how to make it personally, privately, just to you. I can't look at this ugly scene while I'm talking to you guys. I think this frame looks much better. Let's quickly change the lighting so it looks normal. I think this looks pretty cool, right? We'll build off of it. I don't know what that means and what that will entail, but this will be a teeny tiny time machine. Yep. And that back thing just looks nasty as fuck. We will just go and make the, where is it? Make it transparent so it's not that ugly to look at. This is ridiculous. I'll just go to Sanctus glass, give it like a simple glass material. Oh, it still looks like crap. Shit. Creative Shrimp has a premium course about color grading. Yes, they do. I finished the render and submitted because my schedule is compact for the next 2 months. Being a uni student and having this hobby is expensive. That I understand. So that's okay. If you get like time later on as well, like on a weekend or something like that, make a quick scene. Because I don't think this is a tough template file to handle. You have a foreground element that is part of the story, and then you show the background for the background of the story. If you look at it like that, you know. Yeah. We'll change the color to something darker. Something like this. Yeah. This looks shit. That's will not how the final thing will look. But I'm here just to chill and make something like a skeleton, as I've said multiple times. Yeah. Okay, if you guys don't have any questions, I will do this again. So today I don't have a lot of time. That's why the stream is so short. That's why we're doing it at this later hour. But yeah, we gotta do this. Welcome. People are joining now as I'm about to quit. Haha. Okay, yeah. Any questions about the challenge, let me know. I'm still here for the next 5 minutes or so. And then we'll do this live. We'll make this scene live. I'll be more prepared. I'm not as prepared as I usually am for live streams. I'm just here to announce the winners, and I'll upload a separate video announcing the prizes, just so everybody who's participating who doesn't have the time to tune in to the live stream will get to see what the new prize list is. And I'm still talking to a lot of other add-on creators as well. So these 15 add-ons that's not the only prize that you could win if you end up in the top 3 renders. Yeah, there's a lot more coming. And this is just the first challenge. If this goes well, you know, we can keep doing this and you can keep winning stuff. So maybe you don't win this competition, and it's not about winning a render challenge, you know, it's more about participating in a communal thing. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with being competitive and trying to win a competition. So yeah, I'm just here for the t-shirt. Hey, that's really, like, a lot of people said that actually. Oh, we would love just a custom t-shirt. That's more than enough for me. And that is crazy. And I will make a custom t-shirt for the top 3 winners. Yeah. And it's for the Blender Foundation as well. Any money that the final compilation video makes will go to Blender Foundation. Yeah. Okay, that's enough. I can't look at this ugly ass render. Sorry about that. If you have any more questions, shoot. Oh, shit. This looks nice, doesn't it? Might wear it in every live stream. Very comfortable as well, as you might have observed throughout the stream. I'm trying to log into Discord so we can look at some of the submissions that we have. It does suit me, doesn't it? Yeah, I agree. Thanks for your video about render settings. Which one? Oh, the optimization video. Yeah. So you do look like you may invade. What? Do I? No. Do you have a job or do you completely freelance? I do a lot of things. I can't reveal that information. That's a little private. Yeah. I do take this thing very seriously though. This takes up most of my time. YouTube, I mean. Trying to log into Discord. behind the scenes, just so I can. Oh, come on. Fuck. Yeah, I can't log in, sadly. Okay, that's it. I don't want to bore you guys anymore. Enjoy your weekends. Have fun. Take part in the challenge. Take it seriously. Make something cool. Let's make that cool little compilation video at the end, like Punisher does. I want to do that just with Blender. Very realistic mustache. I know. I'm very famous for realistic, renderings. So why not a mustache? What is happening? What do you mean? Would you say this is a high value scale? What do you mean? 3D in general? Is that what you're asking? If yes, I think so. I think it's a very important skill to have. A high value skill, yes. I just talked to like a bunch of people today in the evening, and they were talking about just how much money they were making with 3D, but they are at the highest level, okay? And that is, which webcam do you use? Creo Owl something. I'll send you the link. Don't worry. Yeah. That stash was rendered in Eevee for sure. What do you mean? What do you mean? It looks beautiful. It suits my face perfectly. Fuck. Okay, I can't log into Discord. I would have showed you what the other people are making, but I guess that's out of the picture now. Bro, you're funny. You're a goat. What are you trying to say here? I don't feel like that's a compliment. You're calling me a goat. Okay, anyway, that's it. Super tiny stream, very, very niche. Someone posted a big question. Is it really only about making scene good looking from the camera? Like a few days back I made a scene which I set up from the camera's view. Step out of it. Who cares, dude? Even on like professional Hollywood films, are they like, oh, we want to make the whole set perfect? We want everything behind the scene and ahead of the scene, all of it perfect. That doesn't happen. It doesn't matter. Most of my scenes look shit outside the camera. So that's why I fix the camera first, like the position of the camera and the animation of the camera. If that's fixed initially, like in the first stage, you're done. Yeah. GOAT, greatest of all time, by the way. I know that. Do you think I'm that old? Shit. I know what GOAT means. Oh my god. What else? Do you guys want to look at my things that I made? I think that could be fun. I had a few scenes that I made just for fun, like just to show people what this template file could do. I think I had one of the where is it? I feel weird like stopping the stream so early, so I'm trying to compensate, because I didn't do anything substantial. It feels weird to just end it. Yeah, this is one of the scenes. Let me switch to Blender, and here we go. I made this, and I think I made it in like just 5 seconds. Not 5 seconds, like 10 minutes at max. I found this helmet somewhere on Sketchfab. It says "Born to Chill," and it's maybe like the helmet of someone who's dead now. That's sad, right? In a war kind of situation. It comes into the scene, focuses on the helmet, and you see some light shining in the background, and then it switches to this guy here, who is not holding any gun, but that's fine because this was just a template. I feel like this template has like a lot of scope. You could make a lot of things with it, and I think this was my favorite amongst the quick ones that I did make. Yeah. When do I know I have learned modeling or rigging, etc.? Like, what is the point where I could know that I've learned that skill? That is a good question. You never know, because I've been doing this for a long time. I still doubt myself. every time I make something. Did you see what I made a few minutes ago? Look at that. Just go back like 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Look at the scene that I was trying to make. It looks like absolute garbage, you know. So whatever you're feeling, you know, that feeling will never end. So the only thing you can do is just focus on, like, make something and learn from it. And the next project, make sure you don't make the mistakes you made in the previous project that you worked on. That's all you can do. Having a visionary board, like a reference to models, like say for modeling, say you found a model on the internet that you really liked, right? You love the textures on it, you love the lighting on it, and you love the model as well. You should save that. Keep it as your wallpaper, or save it in like a really special, I don't know, mood board or something, and then look at it and see how far you are from getting to that point, right? It could be, you could be years away from that, but you just, if you have that vision in your head, that's where I want to get, you will automatically keep making efforts to get there. Yeah. I'm the one who is making the Attack on Titan one. Can you give me tips of fog? Like, should I use a card or volumetric? So this is a volumetric in this scene. So what I do is, there's a box here at the front. If I can select it, where is it? Why can't I select it? What the hell? Oh, this is it. Maybe. Oh, I have selection turned off. So yeah, there are two boxes here. Without fog, it looks like this. Kind of weird, right? Kind of trashy. Doesn't look like, it looks like a CGI scene with an HDRI in the background. You turn on one cube, which is surrounding the whole scene, like this, and I have another cube here, which is just covering this part, like it's covering this part. So it's a double layer fog. So it's fog, less foggy here in the foreground and really foggy at the end. Sometimes, if you have the computational power to do this, by the way, this can be heavy for some GPUs. So you can mix and match like volume boxes and get the volumetrics right like this. If you're asking like how to make a volumetric, I think I have a huge video on that already. You can check that out, but this is just a principal volume. Nothing crazy, nothing extra. You can always use smoke cards because they are awesome. I do have some saved here. Go to Steam. You can get like a Steam card like this here. Get it? Can you see it? I don't know. You turn off the cube here. I think it's hard to see. There you go. See, can you see the smoke? I don't think it's very clearly visible. But even just that spread around through the whole thing, you know, the whole scene, just Steam cards, even that can work. If that's all your computer can handle. Yeah. What GPU are you using? I'm using a 4080 Super. Yeah. How about smoke cards? Yes. Of course. If you have access to them. Look how nice this smoke card looks as well. Like, it looks like fog. This is from Ian Hubert's Patreon, by the way. How do I show it to you? Should I go to material preview? How to place them? I struggle with their scale and position. You gotta trust yourself in these situations where you can't understand, like, where do I put this thing? It doesn't make sense. The scale doesn't make sense. Like, if it were to me, I would, in this scene, I would put it here once. Go to the timeline. And that's too fast, by the way. I would slow it down, and then I would put more here in the background as well. When it switches to that background, and they are synced up right now, I would never let that happen. But you know, just spreading it here and there, just that, you know, just experiment with things. A half of 3D is just experimenting with different things. Like, say I had this scene, right? And I had the cubes here. I can just mess with the lighting here and try different things. I mean, this looks good, right? A greenish vibe. Even the sunlight vibe looks great. Like, imagine this. This looks great. No, not this, but something like this. Yes. Nice. I like that. Doesn't that look good? I have the knowledge, but I have a dilemma on what to make. How do I fix that? Nobody can help you with that. You gotta make what interests you. Say you watched a movie and you like the scene in it. You can just sit down and like, hey, how would I make that scene? And you can just do that. If you looked at ArtStation, you liked an artwork, like, hey, how do I make that? You can make that. You can get inspired with anything, you know. Literally read a book, watch a movie, listen to a song, look at a picture, look at a photograph, go outside, take pictures, get inspired by the outside, which is, you know, us 3D artists rarely do, but you should do that and maybe you'll get inspired there. Can you show your edit/preference system, and should I use optics or GPU and CPU both together? Doesn't matter. First you gotta have a good GPU, right? There's no point in seeing edit preferences system blah 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 blah. I always say these settings, they mean nothing, right? If you know the basics of setting the samples not too high and just, you know, keeping this max bounces count low, stuff like that. I think I've covered it in my optimization video. You can check that out. Can you show us the shader setup for the smoke cards? It's just an image texture. Look, it's a movie, like a MOV file put into a color ramp. That's it. You don't even need the color ramp. I don't think it's doing anything. That's all smoke cards are. That's why they're called smoke cards. It's put into the alpha of the principal BSDF. That's it. Isn't that simple? Yeah. Okay, enough. I think I've bored you enough. Bro, no way my PC had a BSOD while I rendered client's project in... What is BSOD? I'm scared to know. Bro, no way my PC had a... While I rendered client's project in Blender Cycles. I have no idea what you're talking about. What the fuck are you saying? Hey, I had this doubt. What does min samples do? Interesting. Min samples, this? Okay, this is based on the noise threshold field. I don't know if you know what that does, but that basically, what that does is, we can read what it does. Noise level step to stop sampling at lower values. At lower values, reduce noise at the cost of render time 0 for automatic set. I don't think that made any sense to you if you're a beginner. But it basically, if you put a noise threshold, it's like, okay, it will study the render. It'll be like, okay, if it has reached a noise threshold of 0.01, which is the value of what amount of noise the render has. So if it has reached that value, it will stop rendering, right? So if you have set it up to 0.01 and you put max samples to like 5,000, it will stop when each pixel in the render, that's a bad way to put it, but I think it's easier to understand. When each pixel of the render will have a noise threshold of 0.01, which is like a lower noise threshold, so the picture will be very clear, it will stop rendering. If you put a value of 100, it will max the noise threshold thing and then check the max samples as well. So it will be like, okay, we didn't reach the noise threshold, but we've already reached the max samples limit. So we gotta stop. And then if you put a min sample, it will be like, okay, we at least gotta hit 15 minimum samples. You know? We can't just stop at zero samples. Even if the noise threshold is hit, it will always hit that 15 samples. I have no idea if that made any sense or not. But it's a field that you should not worry about if that's what you're asking. All you gotta do is put max samples to 35 or something like that, because that's more than enough. In a lot of cases, you can go 100 at max. Anything above that, you know, it's kind of crazy. We're gonna get the A and B file. Is it on Discord? It is on Discord. I feel like my YouTube videos are not reaching the whole spectrum of my audience. That's why people ask these questions, you know. I think YouTube just thinks that, oh, this is not for everybody in your audience space, and they're like, fuck it. Because a lot of people have been like, oh, where's the challenge? Where can I access it? It's on a Discord. I try to post it everywhere, so don't just follow me on YouTube, go on Instagram as well. If you want to stay updated, if you don't care, then it's fine. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Basically, my PC had a stroke rendering 60 polygons. Optimization ideas. I have made a whole video about optimization, so I don't have to answer these questions all the time. That's what I do. Okay, I get these questions a lot. Let's just make a video about it, so people have an answer available. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm done. I think I'm losing my mind because it's too late for streaming for me, because I'm not good at this. Okay. All right. Any last questions? I'll chill here. What a great stream. What a valuable, full of information stream. Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. We're about to log out. Who is your favorite musician? That is a broad artist. Musician or artist? Musician will always be Linkin Park. I'm a huge Linkin Park fan. I've been listening to them since I was in 5th grade. So musician, always Linkin Park. Artist, it keeps changing. In the Blender space, of course, it's Ian Hubert. But if you're asking for something specific, like something other than Ian Hubert, because he's like, everybody loves Ian Hubert, right? I love Peter France as well. Everything that he does, he's really cool. I love what William Landgren does. So he's a huge inspiration in the Blender space. Polyfield recently put out a video which was insane. It was so simple, but it's so, good. And even Noggy is another YouTuber. I think the stuff that he makes it's insane. So, yeah. Do you remember the day you cracked photorealism? What do you mean cracked? I haven't cracked it. I sometimes come across it in small pieces, in some scenes here and there. I haven't cracked. Shit. Photorealism is so tough, You gotta have good textures, good model, and then good lighting, and then good color grading. All of the aspects should work just fine to make photorealism work. That's why a lot of people are switching to non-photorealism rendering, NPR, because it's easier to do that. It's harder to get the setup right in Blender, but once you have the setup right, I think it's easier to achieve that look. I could be wrong. I haven't experienced it. I haven't tried it a lot, but that's what I feel like. I made a full musical concert in Blender, how to add night HDRI. You already made and you're asking a question after making? Or is that just you, by mistake, typed the wrong grammar? And now I feel bad for trying to make fun of your grammar. How to add night HDRI? How do you add day HDRI? Just switch it up with a night HDRI. That is the stupidest thing. Any good video about lighting? Just take the cinematic rendering or win this contest, right? You can win the render challenge and you can win the cinematic lighting course by Creative Shrimp, because that's the course that taught me about lighting a lot. Okay, so you can check that course out where it is a paid course. But I just joined and now what did I miss? Everything. You're out of the challenge, Metallic. Get the hell out. It's over. Any YouTubers for photorealism tutorials? Me? Right? That's my whole deal. Or at least what I'm trying to be. Have you ever worked with the baking texture? I want to explore it but didn't know how to do it. I think there are a lot of baking tutorials on YouTube. Okay, photorealism tutorials. I don't know. No, I don't know any particular YouTuber who just does photorealism. I mean, they do it in bits and pieces from time to time, So there's no particular recommendation. Except for me. University or courses? What do you mean? I would never go to a university. I would always trust a course. But you don't have to follow me. You don't have to take that advice from me. I don't want to go to jail. Your parents will chase me. Like this random ass dude with a absolutely real mustache suggested that my son not pursue university and just take courses. He'll beat my ass. So you can do whatever you want, but I wouldn't go the university route in this day and age. Why are there no subtitles? Let me just contact YouTube. That was mean. I don't know. They might be available after stream. Did you do university? Hell no. Not animation. I didn't go to animation university. I did something else. My bachelor is something else. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Enough. Time to sleep. Thanks for joining in. This was a shitty stream, okay? But we had a lot of prizes announced, which was the fun part, and you can just watch the first 10 minutes and you'll be done with the stream. Yeah. So this was it. We'll continue making my scene, my challenge video from the next stream onwards. That's the plan. Okay. I sometimes use AGX, I sometimes use Filmic. It's on my mood and what kind of scene I'm making. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I will see you probably next week, maybe next Saturday. Keep working on your render challenge files. Keep uploading it on the feedback section of Discord, because I want to take a look at them and help you out if you need, with feedback. So keep posting your progress there, and yeah, there's a lot of prizes now to win. So I hope that's motivation enough to keep making them better. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. I should not do that.